I originally wanted this video to be all of the reasons why I'm conflicted about AI use, my own AI use. I felt like discussing my thoughts in that way would sort of just be adding noise to the conversation. And I feel like the part that we've been missing in all of this, not so much like what we like about it, what we don't, but why is this topic so divisive right now in the first place? I have not figured out really how I feel about this, probably say things that aren't true or like make false assumptions. And if I do, I'm sorry, you can call me out later. But that's kind of the point, is that I just want to talk about this before I have an answer for everything. Let's dive in. Like, the one pattern I keep seeing is that people seem to want to criticize other people for using AI in ways that they personally would not use it. But the way that I use AI for, XYZ tasks, but I choose not to do that, like, that is totally fine. And there was actually I don't know if you guys are like on Instagram's AI creative tech tools kind of feed, but there were a lot of people posting this week about Meta's new like AI label on Instagram and how using magic removal background tools in Canva gets you flagged for AI. And I kept seeing these comments where people were really upset and they were trying to find ways to get around this, or they were saying that, well, this isn't fair because this isn't generative AI. These are AI assisted toolings for my images. And all I could think was, but you're still using AI. Like, of course, it's going to be labeled as AI use. Do you only want people whose content is bad or content is misleading to be labeled? Like, what is it about how you use it that seems to be okay and shouldn't be counted as I use AI versus somebody else? They should have this label and be like, shame, like throwing rocks at them because they use it for some other reason that you wouldn't. To be clear, like, I don't judge anyone for being upset about this. Like, there's a whole rabbit hole in content creation where, like, yeah, if you have that label, then maybe a brand doesn't want to sponsor you and people are going to come for you like the mob, and I get it. But I'm just saying the actual like little thing that we're worried about, which is whether or not you're allowed to have like a label because you use AI transcription. That feels kind of like a very moot point to be arguing over. But this reminded me of the Hank Green situation that has been happening for the last few weeks. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there was this big upset because Hank Green, who is a very famous, well-trusted, educational entertainer, I don't even know what you would say his job is. Like, content creator, I guess, for the most part. And he said the words, "I appreciate the pushback." And it caused this like avalanche, this spiral of people trying to out him for using AI. They're like, oh, that's an AI word. Clearly you use LLMs if you're going to use that phrase. Sort of in the same vein that if you ever use an EM dash anymore, which I love my EM dashes, they're not going away. So yeah, people all of a sudden think that you've never written anything original in your life. But that's kind of beside the point. Either way, he did admit to the fact that he uses AI because everyone does. Like, it's a pretty normal thing. And this just felt so bizarre to me that people were complaining about it. And people were leaving all these comments like they were gonna stop following him, they couldn't trust him anymore, and cancel Hank Green because he uses AI. When I'm sure all the people who are saying that are also using AI. And if you want to argue that, well, he's somebody who makes a living off of building trust with people, and we're supposed to trust him to do all this research and kind of give us a synthesis and tell us what to believe and like what our opinions should be, it feels like a little bit like paradoxical that you would put this expectation on someone that they're going to be the ones to do the work for you and condense down complex topics so that you can understand them. But if that person is using a tool to help him condense information faster, then that's not okay. And to me, that feels like it's because people want to feel like they have this separation from AI. And if Hank is going to use it, then suddenly the opinion you have gotten from him is no longer pure and unadulterated from AI. And that purity aspect that I think people were upset about is really at the root of what I think is causing all of these very overblown reactions, which is that being anti-AI has now become the new virtue signal. All of this has made me come to the conclusion that the AI problem is really a people problem. Tools do not have morals. Only people can have morals, which means that we're not mad at the tools, we are mad at the people. I mean, yeah, there's a ton of terrible AI slop on the internet right now, and don't get me wrong, like, I hate it too. I hate wasting my time and eyeballs on it, but you know what? Grifters are going to be grifters. Like that has been the case for thousands of years. Like, why did we think that the introduction of the most powerful technology in all of human history was going to be the moment that dumb and evil people stop being dumb and evil? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm probably getting very passionate about this. No, I shouldn't. I'm trying not to like disclaim everything I say. I have a problem with not wanting to have an opinion on the internet because cancel culture and yada yada. Actually, no, it's fine. It's fine that I'm being passionate about this. Like I said, this is just me talking off the top of my head. Now, that being said, it's clearly something is different right now because it is the same old people problem, but we are upset about it more than we would usually be. So there must be something there. I think the reason why people get so worked up about this, it's not only a massive change happening, which change is hard, but we've done it before. It's also happening much faster than anything has happened before. And the industry is deliberately opaque. Like there's no mental model or like top-down architecture, I guess, for understanding where the pieces of the puzzle are like fitting in. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is like something that has really stressed me out for a long time. I'm like very much a synthesizer in the way I think. Like I try to converge chaos into easy to articulate theories. And when I can't do that, it drives me absolutely nuts. So again, that was part of the reason why I just need to do this video, because I realized that there was no way to explain everything that is happening right now. AI is doing things that like even the experts don't even know about. And nobody can predict what is going to happen in the future. Massive change, things that even the experts don't understand, and rapid pace of application. This is a recipe for disaster in the emotional sense, I will say, not necessarily in like a pragmatic sense, which I'll get to later. But I can definitely understand why myself, the people around me, why probably you as well, and everyone else like on the internet is all up in arms about this. It's totally fair and valid and like natural to be scared of this technology. Even if you're someone who's like 110% pro AI and thinks it's a future, thinks it does all these great things, it would be weird for not even like a little part of you to wonder, oh, what if something bad happens? I think that is a very normal response to this kind of threat to our stability and like uncertainty. Okay, so I have been talking about theory a lot so far in this video, and I know for some people that's kind of like oh, that's nice, but what does that actually mean for me? Because I don't want to lose my job, or I don't want the earth to actually implode. So, I mean, fair. I don't have answers on what we're supposed to do or what we're supposed to think. You can probably tell by how scattered I'm sure this video is. Hopefully it makes sense after I edit it. I do think there are a few things we can kind of take away from the situation that have always been true, because again, the AI problem is a people problem. People problems have always existed. What do you do when there's a people problem? You focus on what is in your control. I'm trying to think of a tactful way to say this. There probably isn't any, but like, I think we have this misconception that complaining is the best way to change things when it's the worst way to do it. Like, you think you're building awareness, but awareness of what? That AI can be bad? I mean, I think we all know that. I think we are aware of the problem. Like, the internet sucks too, and yet like we're still all here. We're still all here. And I'm not immune to this. I will definitely go through these periods of like rabbit holing, tech doomerism, doom scrolling, whatever you want to call it, where it's like, you're on Reddit and you're on Twitter and Instagram and all these like really toxic places where you think the world is going to end because all I know is I was not put on this earth to complain about AI or worry about AI. I was put on this earth to make things, and I can still make things. Yeah, that's like not the sexy answer, but it is true. I created this video a couple years ago about the end of the 9-to-5. And I think a lot of the problems that I was talking about there are still the same problems today, just in a different costume. But, I do still believe in what I said there, where if job security is not going to be a thing in the future, then you do something about it. I mean, it sucks. I know, I'm in an industry where AI is like at the forefront of crushing creators. I was a designer before. It's like, I have intense anxiety about these things, okay? And I don't love the fact that the bar for quality has already gotten so high on YouTube that I can't even make weekly videos anymore without burning myself out unless they're crazy girl rambling talks like this. And obviously AI is going to make that even more difficult. I don't like that I now have to rethink my content strategy so that I'm not going to be called out for being AI. I don't like that I can't bet on tech tutorials anymore because that's going to be replaced. I don't like that I enjoyed making Notion templates for people and now there's AI agents that can customize the software for you. So why do you need to buy a Notion template? The change sucks, right? I agree. It's not fun. But at the end of the day, I think the thing that makes AI just so scary to us is that we're still holding on to this hope that things are going to stay the same. And there's this concept in existentialism where hope is actually incredibly dangerous because it turns into this crutch for avoiding personal responsibility. I don't really know how I'm supposed to feel about these things. I don't know how I'm supposed to talk about it online. And I don't know how to accept the fact that things are going to change and that's not in my control. And I'm still trying to figure out what is and how do I keep doing the things that I want to do without absolutely losing my mind while doing it. I think all of us could benefit from taking a step back and relearning how to be open-minded and patient with other people and how to give other people the same grace that we allow ourselves, or to give ourselves the same grace that we allow other people. Not bullying people online because they want to use AI or because they don't. This is completely new territory for every single person on this earth, and we're all just doing our best to figure it out as we go. But that being said, I am really curious about how you're feeling about all of this. So I wanted to just get a pulse check on my audience, on whoever finds this video, to just understand how normal people are feeling, because I come from creative tech productivity background as my roots in this channel. And I've been thinking about getting back to that for so long now, but I've just been so scared because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Drop a comment, please. I would absolutely love it if we could have a discussion about this. But that's it for now, and I will see you in the next one.